World of YouTube, Deficit Hip, with another bizarre case of a missing hiker. Now, this woman was supposed to walk 8 miles, I believe, meet her husband, but of course wound up in a bad demise. Horrifying demise. But today I'm just gonna skip right to the bottom because, of course, of the ending of the story, because of the simple fact that, yeah, your typical hiker going out to hike, but literally, the way she was found, where she was found, and this is another story of, say so, a person going into rough terrain. Something in some place that not, an ordinary person could not have done. And there's been many of them types of cases where, say so, lost children found in a remote area, where that kid, could not physically climb. I mean, them cases, and they just, reported as an accidental death or accidental this. I mean, what makes this story above level to that, though, is that she was found on a Navy base property. I don't know how many Navy bases or any military bases near a walking trail, but I find that kind of bizarre also. But then again, here we are talking about the military and so forth, but you think they would take responsibility? I don't think so. But here's the lady here. Of course, it's always a sad situation to find your loved one dead. And she was 66-year-old. 66, mind you. I don't even want to say that name. Oh, boy. Geraldine. What? Were found this week by a contractor conducting a forestry survey on property owned by the United States Navy. Now they did, say so, basic training in this place. How to, defend themselves or get out of a, dangerous situation type thing, I guess. But, like I said, we're going to go to the end of this story. It was a skills training facility. The Navy used the area for its survival, evasion, resistance, and escape program. And here is where it says, described it as a dense, wooded area not easily accessed. And searchers had canvassed similar areas with dogs rescue teams over 2 years, with fading hopes that Largay was still alive. But key words: wooded area not easily accessed. So here we have, and I'm for damn sure, an experienced hiker. I mean, I will go up here to show you. 3,000 feet from the trail by contractor conducting forest survey. So, let alone, you got this training base, but a trail and next to it. And it's like, why would that be? In 2013, she was a hiker from Appalachian. One of the, what? 30 acres, 8-mile hike. Leaving Reddington Township for an 8-mile hike. She was to meet her husband George the next day, but never showed. 8-mile, that sounds weird. Because she was going to start in West Virginia, but yet discovered in Maine. That ain't no 8-mile hike. West Virginia, Jesus Christ, that's a... And that right there is insanely just 8 miles. I think it takes at least 8 hours to get to West Virginia from Massachusetts. So, this whole article, as you can see, and that just dawned on me right now, to say, wow, 8-mile hike, huh? Now, either the person that did this article got the township anyway. Been meeting her at intervals along the way to provide her with supplies. I mean, she probably was already up in that area, whatever. Unless she made it up there from West Virginia to do the 8-mile hike. But that's just bizarre. So, I mean, they were meeting each other along the way, got up to this point in Maine. But, that being said, I don't know if that even, that's just gonna put West Virginia in there to that place. And but with that being said, stuff like this is what makes stuff confusing, But to be in a wooded area, not easily accessed. And like I said, seems like an experienced hiker. Probably, worked and built herself up to this point. But what was met in them woods? I mean, I gotta do want to do a mapping on that, and of course, history of the land. That does have a lot of, how can I say, there's a lot of, would have a lot of, explanation. But all in all, when you're in a wooded area that's not easily accessed or terrain that's not easily, like other hikers to climb, this just makes it more suspicious to me. And they just leave it as, oh, we found a body and don't find nothing suspicious. But as you can see, Maine's most unique and challenging search and rescue efforts. So, I mean, with that being said, why would that woman go off trail in a remote area? That ain't easily, something has to be, out there that led to her demise, and literally, right, dumped the body off. I mean, like I say, man, there's a lot of things out in the woods, trails at that, state parks, that even if it was a serial killer, you gotta be on your game to not be in that position of a surprise attack. And I'm for damn sure this is what happened to this woman. Because, you think about it. An experienced hiker, and yet in an area where, you can't get access. It's not easy. And that makes this article, to me, very unsatisfying. Because there's more that could be into this story that, no one's going to find out about. Because the searching they did ain't what they should have really found. And that is the beast. It's like the Black Sabbath song. Ronnie James Dio. The beast is left to wander but never seen around. That's right. There's always something out there dark that you cannot see. And it leaves everybody questionable. Even if it is a serial killer. And there has been a lot of them murders on them apprehensional trails, boy. But all in all, folks, if you're out on them trails, be goddamn careful. Always bring protection. No, doing that these days, damn right I want a gun. But, until that next video, what do you think? What really happened? And I love this. Oh, missing hiker mystery solved, sort of. Because, they did say in the story they believe they found the remains. So, right, is it the remains? I have to look up an updating on this, but let's give this woman a moment of silence. For that being said, like I say, this is one of them cases that just leaves your head shaking.